Clouds of Sils Maria. Olivier Assayas's quietly devastating meditation on aging, identity, and performance. A film that doesn't just tell a story, it embeds you in one. And like its namesake, it moves slowly, mysteriously, and completely dependent on how you choose to look at it. It's a film soaked in symbolism, but, and this is important, not the kind of symbolism we're used to. There's no surreal lighting, no twisted faces and mirrors, no dream state fog or David Lynchian strings dragging us into subconscious territory. Instead, Sils Maria offers symbolism without pageantry. It's realism, sharp, elegant, and almost cruel in how grounded it is. There's nothing to hide behind here, no strange camera angles to signal this is symbolic. It just is. Which is maybe why some viewers bounced off it. Some critics found it too self-contained, too quiet. Others said it lacked drama, that not enough happens. But that's sort of the point. Nothing happens because everything is happening. This isn't a story about events. It's a story about erosion, the gradual wearing down of identity, youth, career, and control. Maria Enders, played masterfully by Juliette Binoche, is an actress asked to reprise a role, but not as the young, seductive Sigrid, the role that made her famous. No, she's being asked to play Helena, the older woman, the discarded woman, the one who's being replaced. And she resists it. She resents it. But slowly, she starts to understand it. And here's the key. She doesn't just understand Helena. She identifies with her. She gets defensive on behalf of her. And in that moment, art and life blur. Sigrid becomes Valentine. Helena becomes Maria. Now let's talk about Valentine. Kristen Stewart plays Valentine like a hallucination, not because she's overly mysterious, but because she's too real, too composed, too beautiful. She's youth embodied. She's Sigrid, reborn. And as the film unfolds, we realize something uncanny. She's not just Maria's assistant. She's not even a whole person, really. She's a reflection, a vessel, a myth. So why is Valentine even necessary? Because without her, Maria can't see herself. She can't see Helena. She needs someone young, beautiful, sharp, and cruel, in the way that youth is always cruel, to mirror what she's lost. And it's not just physical beauty, it's certainty, confidence, possibility. There's a recurring tension in their dynamic. Valentine keeps pushing Maria to find sympathy for Helena, to look at her not as pathetic, but human. And Maria resists, but in time, she breaks. Because as the world grows more dismissive of her, she finally understands Helena, not from the script, but from experience. There's a moment when Maria says, I don't think I can do this. And it's not about the lines, it's about aging, about disappearing, about becoming the punchline to the joke you once told. She's no longer the storm, she's the wreckage. And that's what makes this film a modern classic. The landscape itself becomes symbolic. Those clouds, the Maloya snake, they're beautiful, but they also obscure. They remind us that visibility is fleeting, fame is fleeting, youth is fleeting, and what's left? Performance, reflection, and maybe grace. In the end, Valentine disappears, literally. No big scene, no closure, just gone. Like youth, like relevance, like the roles Maria used to be offered. And Maria, she's left to play Helena. And this time, she doesn't resist. She inhibits her because she is her. Maria is beset on all sides by the media, her past, her future. She's struggling to maintain relevance in a world eager to discard her, a world that valorizes the precocity of Joanne Ellis, and indeed cherishes it. She talks about the pity she felt for Helena, but maybe she's seeking redress for her. This brings us back to the question of what exactly happened to Helena at the end of the play. Did she commit suicide, as Maria suggested? The audience is meant to decide for itself. Maria is obliged to take the role. No one else could portray the part with such sympathy and insight. When she attempts to convince Joanne to play the role of Sigrid as she did, even though Maria portrayed the role to much acclaim, Joanne appears to regard her suggestion as mawkish and sprinkles her response with a bit of insult. Clouds of Sils Maria is a masterpiece hiding in plain sight, a symbolic film without the symbolic glitter, a myth played out in cell service and cigarette smoke, a tragedy where no one dies except the woman Maria used to be. And maybe that's the cruelest kind of tragedy there is.